so noisy. Sorry. We got so much material, we can build everybody in town a chicken coop. Don't be drinking beers at lunch and then coming back to work, Tom. You'll be... Okay, it's the next day. I got a lot going on. I've got Eugenio and the boys, Max and Nate. We're getting ready to lay concrete and grade the whole back area for my driveway. So here they come now. I got a job to do. Oh, watch out. Hola. Hey, you crazy nuts. All right, let me get these guys going in the right direction. I got Efron doing the concrete. We got stone guys inside. We have electricians on the job site, and we're setting tile. And Tom the trimmer's still here, so a lot's happening. I want to get all this out because once they start grading this and getting forms up, we won't be able to get in here. Don't you think, should we use some of this, I don't know, as like a boardwalk or something, going to the hen house? You know, we could build something out of this leftover material. If we come down the hill, we might just make it like a sidewalk so we're not walking through the mud all the time. It's just, so it's down there, but it's so freaking long. Do I just grab my pickup and I drive it down with my truck? Or you want to do it with the Bobcat sideways? Yep. We can get through there okay? Yeah. All right, I figured you guys knew, you're the experts. So this is the last of the materials. And then with the forks, you might want to get the Bobcat and put the forks on it, Max. I just have some little odds and ends I thought we'd get out of here. This is more scrap stuff we can use to build the chicken coops. I said it plural, chicken coops. We got so much material we can build everybody in town a chicken coop. I'm going to get my pickup. Because let me take you over here and show you what Efron's been doing. We've been cleaning up the site. So my job today is to figure out what the driveway should be laid out, most importantly, to make it functional, but not make it look like a parking lot. So I'm gonna bring my big 2500 down with a terrible turning radius and drive in and act like I'm trying to park in each garage. And then I look and see where my tires go. And that gives me a pretty good indication of where I need to be. The last thing I wanna do is be able to pull out of a garage and just keep dropping off the concrete into grass and mud. That's always a problem. So this is part of the process of laying out the driveway. So I'm gonna get with Efron and start working on this. What's happening over here is Efron, I've laid out with my white paint, went through it, and that's a patio coming off of Max's lower level bedroom. So he'll have his own little private patio on this side of the house, and then I'll have mine on the other. Separation makes for a good family. Max's patio is on that side of the house. I also have a gas line that can run to his patio that's on the corner, or we can also move the grill to the very back of the house because the sun, when it sets in the west, this is naturally shaded. So I'm thinking ahead on that. I want to have some green space in front of the windows, and you'll see this white line. That's what I've been thinking. I'd like to paint it and then walk through it, play it out in my mind. But it looks like I could have all this here, a green and planting space, and then maybe set up an outdoor barbecue grill area right here in the back, just in case we're hanging out in the back and we have a big party. We also have one on the upper deck. So I'm trying to play that through. I could use some ideas from you guys. If I put it right on that side of the house, I'm in the sun all the time. So I'm trying to barbecue in the shade. Is there any of that stuff that's good enough for us to use, those small pieces? You think we should throw them away?
Throw away.
Throw away?
That's a small piece.
They're too small, aren't they? Maybe, is this for like a window? Maybe I'll have Nate, any of this stuff for window trim, is that worth it or not?
Yes, one, I need more.
Yeah, we need a whole bunch, I don't know. We might have more. Maybe just take it, put it in the dumpster. I'm always saving stuff and then I throw it away 5 years later, so those are too short to save. We picked up some trim at the lumber yard the other day, right? We have plenty of there. Sure enough, if I need one piece 4 foot long, Eugenio, and it's in the dumpster, you're going in after it. That's the way it works.
That's too late.
Yeah, too late. Kent, it's at the bottom.
What is dumb? It's broken.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Oh. Break it all, Nate. That's what you need to tell him so you won't go dumpster diving. I'm gonna go get my truck, and now everything's cleared out of here. I'm gonna drive around and get a sense of where my tires meet on this dirt, so then I can start painting the lines for Efron. I'm going to turn around, drive in again, and make the turn. Is that what all right, I'm gonna start over. Backing out's the easy part. It's driving down the lane and turning into the garage. So I'm gonna do that again, have Efron mark my tires as I come in and make the turn here. Using a big truck is the best because a lot of people drive small cars, but in the event somebody does have a big truck, these things don't turn so good. This helps me get a sense of kind of where I'm gonna be coming in. So I'd have to drive my truck like this, pull in as far as I can. Then I'm gonna back up and try to get a straight shot without hitting Efron. All right. Kind of turn and come into the garage. So now I'm gonna get out and take a look and see what I did. What'd I do, Efron?
Came in there.
I drove this way when I backed up. It's probably gonna have to be pretty big. Well, because those cars will back out that way. So this would be the farthest. We're a good 40 feet away, aren't we? Here I am kind of pulling in, and there's my back of my tires backing up. So then maybe we just keep this edge and just keep coming down. All right, I gotta stay as far off the side of that garage probably as possible. So I'll probably move my driveway, come into here, right? So as I drove in with my tires, coming in with my truck, but then the real thing is if I back up, that's what I don't want to fall off the driveway and go in. So now the real one is backing up, clear out to here. Okay, so now we know our maximum amount of the driveway. Okay, so we'll just square this off, keep coming. What I'll probably do, Efron, it's probably gonna get pretty big, but it wouldn't hurt to have a couple of parking spots over here.
Okay.
And for like
unless you want to put it up there, like you said.
Yeah, I'm wondering, it'd be nice. Well, I'm gonna have a little bit of a patio out here already for the barbecue grill. Okay. So that could also double as a place to park a car, because we're not gonna be barbecuing but a few times a year. Let me pull up to this garage and back out. Okay. And so then I know where my tires are going then. So the next one I'm doing, I want to go to the farthest garage and back out, because I need to be able to clear those posts and back out so I don't go into the grass again. And also I have my septic tanks over there. Those are quite a bit far away, but I'm gonna that'll be my final backup. Okay, this is the one my wife will be backing out of, so I gotta be extra careful. So I've cleared the posts, just back out a little bit. People will probably come about this far. How's that looking? We're still good? Okay, so yeah, I wanna run or look, because they're gonna back out a little bit, so I could just stay to here, come, and then maybe create a little bit of a patio in this area here. That'd be good. And then maybe curve it. Good. Okay, so now I got plenty of room for this car to back out. If they need to, they can go into there. That also doubles as a parking spot and can be a second outdoor patio area. And therefore, I'm gonna get this all set up, and I'll drive it one more time at the very end to make sure. But I think we have this thing plenty big. Typically, the rule of thumb from the garage door back is 28 to 30 feet. Some homes don't have that much room, but that's the rule of thumb, the back of a garage. I'm gonna go a little bit bigger because I have to come in and make this wide turn. It's not a normal to be able to come around behind your house into your garage. So that's what's making this driveway bigger. And I'm happy with that, because then we can play basketball, kids can we can have events, different things out here, so I'm happy with it. Hope that made sense. So now we're doing the downspouts. This looks terrible on the column, and they put it there on reason is because up above, there is going to be a floodlight that's encroaching on the downspout. So I'm gonna cover up that floodlight. I have plenty of them out here, and I'll forego the floodlight to get this downspout off and on this side. I don't want to look at this piece. So that's a necessary evil, and it's always difficult to make these things go away. Paint does it, but when you're coming down with the metal on cedar, it's very difficult to hide those things. What we're dealing with here is this downspout comes right down. Here's my foundation footing. Most homes aren't slab on grade in this situation, so that you could easily go down to the ground here. This is the driveway garage. So this now has to somehow get into here to make this look right. And this is also the same location. This is the power source that in the event I lose all power, everything, I can plug a generator, gas-powered generator, into my house and start charging my batteries. So here comes the rain right there. We only got 2 hours worth of work in today. Now it's raining. Now I know where the guys, you're undercover. Eugenio, what do we do with the rain now? Quit? I don't have to do nothing. Today's Cinco de Mayo again. It's raining. Yeah, it's Friday. But I don't. Anyway, luck would have it. It hasn't rained for months, and then when we're trying to do our outdoor stuff, it's been raining about every other day. Look there's Tom. We got Tom here, Eugenio, Max, Daniel, all taking cover. I want to take you guys inside and show you how cool the fireplace turned out. I'm gonna give all the credit to Mary Kay, my wife. This was her idea and it turned out fantastic. So we have stucco from floor to ceiling all the way down, and they're just now over here finishing up the stone on this side, putting the grout and raking it all out. This side still has yet to get the grout installed. And there's a couple little details that really makes this nice. Let me show you. Not always do you put stone on the inside, so they had to come up with this is a stone block that's used probably for an exterior use on some things. So they made this for the light switches. I did come through with my level. There was a couple of them up here. They've already taken them off. They're so good about that. That wasn't quite straight. So they're straightening these out, because nothing's worse than you get all done and you're sitting there. This is your line of sight. You'll see that, at least my eye does, if it's off just a little tiny bit. So they're correcting that. They'll finish the stone, grout this side, and we'll get things cleared out of here, and we'll start bringing the painters in. All right, so we're into the master shower. The guys have started, and they've got the shower pan built. That is the critical part. So make sure, we always like just like a minimal slope, so it's not real steep in the shower. I messed up on my house. Every other home I've built, I've allowed for the floor to be dropped so that I have what we call a zero entry. Now I'm going to have, like what everybody has, is a step up into the shower. So my bad, I tend to screw up more on my personal homes than anybody else's because I'm going so quick on it. But this will be fine. This is not really a barrier-free house because of the height and all the steps, but it's just one of those nice little luxury features to have. But don't tell my wife. But I do have a shower seat, which is nice. It's a huge shower, and this is a dent shield. We also use Durock. It just depends on the tile set or what they prefer. It's important to have this mold and moisture resistant tile backer, and it's very solid and rigid. We're gonna come and take some of this out as well, because the shower, I wanna make it a little bit bigger. The drywallers got a little rambunctious. So here's what I'm trying to go for, and I think I've achieved it, is that wow effect. When you come into the house, when you make the turn into the living room, that's the first thing you see. And so I think we've successfully achieved the wow effect here. All right, so remember my hearth situation. I had a bid. They wanted to match the countertops in the kitchen. It was almost 2,000 bucks. So I had these guys bring in 2 layers of Durock, and then they're going to continue this color of stucco right down onto the floor. So it'll be one monolithic look. I think it'll turn out awesome. We got the right thickness, and I saved a whole bunch of money. Have you started working on the vanity yet? Oh, well then I'll go upstairs and check on Tom's work. In the meantime, have I showed you guys what we're doing on the gun safe? We have lights in here now. Here's what some of Eugenio's work. We did that reclaimed, actually it's not reclaimed, this is actually real redwood that came off a job site that we were actually scraps. And then I had him do this accent wall, oops, with all the stuff that came out of my warehouse, and we repeated that same look. And then I'm gonna have Tom build a cabinet this is very similar that I have in my home that's gonna have a glass lid. We'll put another vault in here that I can keep passports and what have you. So this room is still a work in progress, but it's coming together nice. I still have to figure out the vault door. I can't afford what Flair put in his, plus his was free. I have to buy mine. So I'm gonna come up with something on my own, a steel door of some sort. It looks nice, maybe it looks custom, so I've got my work cut out for me on that one. And I've been keep pushing that off, putting it on the back burner, so I gotta get that going here real soon. But why are you spending the time to route to smooth out the edges? Just, does Tom make them look nice? Oh, okay, well, that's a little extra stuff you get with Tom and his crew. These are going in the closet getting painted, and clothes is going to hide all that stuff, but Mike still continues to soften the edges. All right, remember the detailed drawings I did with Tom on my little niche area here? It's so noisy, sorry. So this has all been built by Tom. He's got a bench that's got to go in yet, and those are the slats that I added beyond my wife and Lisa's knowing about. So I think that looks good. I'll even see if they even notice it. So let me know what you think. So at the beginning of the video, we talked about how Efron's coming in and grading. This is going to be the patio that comes off Max's lower level bedroom. I'm gonna come out about 12, I think 12, 14 feet, and maybe go across about 16 so he can have like a couch, maybe a small table. You know, there's also room for a barbecue grill, but he's got a wonderful view. Behind those trees are the solar panels, so you don't even see them. Don't be drinking beers at lunch and then coming back to work, Tom. You have the Longhorn permanently. So what are we making? We're doing the upstairs vanity, right?
Yeah,
oh,
I'm
okay.
doing the vanity.
All right, let's take these guys and show Tom's work, the vanity.
The last piece.
Oh, really? It's that far done? I'm gonna let Tom get a little farther ahead of me. I was getting a little too close to the back end. All right, Tom. Chop, chop. Let's get this thing done. What do we got here?
Is this what you wanted, Brad?
It's even better than what I had hoped for. Never cease to amaze me, Tom.
This is 4 3/4. By the time you add 1 1/4 granite top, you'll have 6 inches.
Okay, because this is all solid surface, right? And then the sink sits on top of this. That's why the faucets are so high up off the deck.
Okay, it's for your granite guy.
They'll sit right on there.
The ledge here for when the rest is on.
I like, that's beautiful. Plus, it'll overhang that and it'll look like this is holding up little details that Tom does is great. That's beautiful. A little tiny vanity, but it's gonna look good.
Let's hope you don't.
Okay, here it is here, and that's what Tom did. Actually, it looks, my drawing, this thing is way better than the drawing. Thanks, Tom. So, all right, a little update. We do have a lot of people here today, and just talking to a couple of the subs, one of them, the tile setter, said, what I'm able to do is put people in different parts of the house. So it's no one's on top of each other. I've got the stone guys on the living room, work on the fireplace. Tom's working in the powder bath and downstairs where nobody else is down there. Then the tile guys are in the bathrooms up and off the master. So the tile guy made a comment to me that one of the builders he works for brings him in and says, I need this house done because they're moving in 3 weeks. And that's so unfair for the subs when they are stacked on top of people and then they have to work late nights. That is such an unfair thing to do. As a home builder, it's important that I give everybody their right amount of time to do their work so that they are happy to be on the job site, they do quality work, and then more importantly, that I pay these guys on time. So subs are in control now,
True.
right?
Pay us on time.
Pay them. I pay them on time. Tom,
Brad does. I have to give him credit.
your check's in the mail, but just don't cash it for like a week or two, Tom.
Like the rest of the business.
Like yeah. Did I forget to sign the check? Those are all the old tricks.
Peter didn't get paid because Paul got paid. Right?
Yeah. And Peter the Piper? Who's Peter?
The apostle.
Oh, the apostle. So Tom's way over my head. But bottom line is, the subs are in control. And there is such a huge labor shortage out there. These guys need to be treated with respect, give them the right amount of time to do their work. That would be a much smoother job. It might take a little bit longer, but it's all about the end result. So keep that in mind. If you're doing it fast, it's not going to be very good. So let them take their time and it will be fantastic and everybody will be happy in the end.